Go try clean gasoline. Keep it clean.
Get ready to do more this summer with Sheehy Ford's Ready to Road Trip sales event. More inventory arriving daily. Choose from hundreds of new Fords, now more affordable than ever with thousands off MSRP or special low-rate financing. Plus, get the most for your current vehicle.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't find the good controller. Feel it. Feel how cold it is.
What is that?
It was in my refrigerator. I mean, it still works, but it's like I've been trying to find this for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah. It probably fell in there and it was dark in my room and I didn't.
How did it fall?
I don't know.
Here. Gotcha.
It's still working. All right. That's wow.
When you sell or trade in, discover how Sheehy Ford makes car buying, trading, and servicing easy during the Ready
Not
to
what I
Road
planned to
Trip
do,
sales
but
event.
I'm on it, and I'll just go back home.
Gotta take a closer look.
You want some? Please.
What do we got?
Yellow. Water.
There you are.
So he's doing anything to just bathroom, water.
Like I said, I want to kind of go over some stuff I had talked the other day just for a few minutes. I have some concerns about a couple things. And, oh, okay. Well, there we go. I wanted to talk about Savannah. So, I just had a bunch of things that came up that I was asked about specifically that didn't seem to line up. So, okay? Yeah. Can't get alcohol today and drugs today. I took the
Get the bastard and kill them!
Okay. Yeah. Adderall? You normally take that? I took them on long time ago, like, I would say high school. A little bit after high school, but it's been years. Yeah. Perfect. I appreciate that. All right. So, Savannah, you said that you knew her, you guys had, you knew her from work. I mean, just kind of figured that how long you remember. Like I said, the detective starts off with an open-ended question. This gives the suspect total freedom and flexibility.
Bro, man.
It's common people with nothing to hide are likely to give a short and concise response to these types of questions. For example, if Lee was completely unconcerned with what was going on, he could respond in 3 short sentences. I met her for work. I've known her for 2 years. We dated for a bit.
I just think it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
If an individual does have something to hide, they are more likely to give a lengthy and detailed response. The simple reasoning behind this is that they are seeking approval. Imagine yourself in a job
That shit did nothing
and you're
but make
asked
me
an
waste
open-ended question,
resources.
such as, tell me about
What did I
yourself.
gain from doing
You would
that?
feel the need to be thorough in order to please your potential employer. The psychological premise is exactly the same with regard to police interrogations, albeit under completely different circumstances. Guilty subjects will see the interrogator as an imminent threat and will therefore attempt to appease this threat to prevent further aggression. Truthful subjects will have no fear nor concern with regard to the same element. They would see the interrogator as a mere inconvenience as opposed to a threat.
I've known her obviously since you started working there. I would say probably about 8 months ago, or so, we started hanging out outside of work. And at the time, I had a girlfriend. But we kind of connected, me and Savannah. So we hung out a little bit.
How can a wolf take 3 bullets to the face?
Got pretty close. We come from, I guess, somewhat similar.
I don't get it. They're honestly, I'm saying like
you should say. Okay.
I can shoot a human 3 times in the fucking face, and like 1 time in the face, I'm easy
So
kill.
we kind of connected.
But a wolf, The fuck?
And then she started using drugs a lot. Okay. Now, I used them with her. Not the same drugs that she used all the time.
Why would you say this?
I did it with her a couple times. And then she started to get heavy into it. Oh, gotcha. Okay. And so I kind of just tried to take a step back and, you know, put things off. Probably a month or so ago. So I saw Savannah.
Hate the weather in this game. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
She gained a little bit of weight. And just, you know, friendly talk at work, you know, tell her, you know, everything's been good. She told me, you know, that I guess she did a lot of drugs, ended up in the hospital.
Why does he keep saying that?
Say a couple of days, 3 or 4 days from work. Oh, okay. So obviously, you know, me being pretty close to her, I was concerned and everything. But after she came back, you know, she looked good. She ended up telling me that, I guess, you know, over those 4 days, she detoxed pretty well, and she kind of got a, you know, new sense into why she shouldn't do some drugs so much. And like I said, she looked good, you know, she started looking healthy, so we kind of talked in, you know, here and there, we hung out a couple times. She came over to the house, and, you know, we just kicked back, drink a couple beers, watch movies, stuff like that. Like I said, we did, you know, we took like 2 painkillers here and there on occasion, but then she started like bringing heroin over and stuff.
Oh my God, bro.
My mom was addicted to methamphetamine, so she was.
Dude, I'm not eating this.
I was younger. Those hard.
Is it too hot?
Hard drugs just kind of scared me a little bit, so that's why I took a step back the first time.
It's too hot.
I ended up telling her, I was like, hey, you know,
Guess I'll come
for one,
back
I'm
later.
dealing with a lot of
Burn out
personal
these
stuff
nests.
myself right now as it is. You know, I'm a little depressed.
Bro, this is a 5-minute response. What was the guy's question? What's the deal with you and Savannah? Like, yeah, I forgot too.
I think we're moving too fast. I think we should, you know, stop talking. And she said, I understand, it's completely fine, no problem, you know. She said, I'll delete your number, I'll never text you again. And that was the last time that we texted.
When was that?
It was probably about 2-3 weeks ago. Okay. Sometime in July.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's one of the things you said was that was the last time that you had contact with her, as far as, I don't want to put words in your mouth, so, I mean, you correct me
That was the last time that I texted.
Yeah, text or phone call, messenger,
Yeah.
or anything like that, 2 to 3 weeks ago. Yeah, okay. And then the last time, when was the last time you saw her?
This is what I was a bit. I didn't tell you the truth when we talked about fish.
Okay.
Lee doesn't know the extent of the evidence, but he knows the investigators have something, and he now has no choice but to amend his alibi to some degree and give some form of admission. This allows the investigators to get one step closer to a confession, while also keeping the capacity of the evidence hidden until a more critical moment.
The last time I saw her was Wednesday afternoon.
Okay.
I heard that she has been basically telling a lot of people at work that we hooked up a bunch, like a couple days before that, and that she was going to like tell about the whole situation, try to get me fired.
And why would that get you fired?
I'm a manager and she's an employee, so
Okay, so you guys aren't supposed to fraternize?
Yeah.
Okay, I got
and she just told people, I guess, that she was out with that work at the restaurant that we were having sex. I pulled in the parking lot. She pulled in a little bit after me. I parked, and I said, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And she said, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was like, "I heard you've been saying some things about me and you continuing to hang out, and you know that we're boyfriend and girlfriend." And she asked me, she said, "Can I come sit in the car because I just did some heroin and I'm a little paranoid.
Heroin doesn't make you feel paranoid. It makes you extremely relaxed and oblivious to your surroundings. Some might argue that heroin can cause paranoia depending on the user. Yet Savannah was driving moments earlier and was about to start a shift at work. If she was using, she most certainly wasn't the type to get paranoid.
I said, why are you doing that?
Why would she just pull up for her shift and then do heroin? It doesn't make any sense. No one would just go to work on heroin. The fuck?
No, you're doing really well. You shouldn't be doing that.
And why did he ask
And I explained to her the situation. I told her that servers at Bunfish were coming to me and telling me that you're telling people when you're out that we're still having sex, I'm with my girlfriend. And I said, I appreciate, I need you to stop because for one, it's jeopardizing my job. We agreed to, split, stop talking mutually and just move on and, be cordial or whatever. But there was nothing more than that. And she said, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. And she said she's going to keep talking, telling lies and stuff about me and everything like that. And at that point,
Lee has just tried to cover his tracks as much as possible without giving away anything incriminating. He may have thought a witness saw him at the scene with Savannah and was most likely hoping the verbal argument was the extent of what was seen. He therefore gives away this detail in an attempt to come across as truthful. Yet as we know, the investigators have proof that Savannah never got out of the car, and he's about to lock himself into his second lie, which is exactly what the detectives want.
She had her phone in her hand, she got out of the car and walked towards the main entrance of San Jose.
So, like, if,
So this is,
like,
I wouldn't say she was walking along the edge of the plaza, but she was walking maybe towards this way. And I would say an older model Ford pickup, green, drove past me and around, and she got in.
Maybe down by the creek.
The suspect has now thrown away his best possible defense, which would have been that he drove away from the parking lot with Savannah, and that she got out at another destination where they then parted ways. If he had known about the surveillance footage, this would have no doubt been his revised narrative, but it's no longer possible due to this fabrication. This is now his stated alibi under caution, and any amendments that he might try to make at a later stage will have no credibility whatsoever.
So she gets out of the backseat and begins walking in the direction of, not necessarily paralleling San Jose, but she's walking towards 295 or down towards that entrance area.
Yeah.
And then she's got her phone, and you said you thought she was calling somebody?
The detective knows this alibi is completely fabricated, so you might be wondering why he's inquiring into it further. The truth is that he's not actually inquiring, only pretending to. The suspect's responses to these questions are of no importance, and the detective is not information gathering. He's simply getting the suspect to let his guard down as much as possible by making him think that he is being believed. As the suspect continues to convey this made-up narrative, his anxiety will slowly diminish. His belief that he is fooling the detectives will increase, and his heightened state of mind will decrease as a result. This is a well-known strategy, and the reason for this strategy is because the detective is about to initiate the first confrontation. He wants to catch the suspect completely off guard.
She had it in her hand and it looked like, I couldn't tell if she was texting or not or anything.
but she had her phone out.
Yeah, she had her phone out and was looking at it, and then it looked like she was going to put it up to her ear, and then the green truck came around.
Okay.
And she
How
got
long do
in.
you think it was between the time that she got out and started using her phone till that green truck pulled up?
This goes on for roughly 90 seconds, and Rodarty appears to be considerably more at ease.
295 all the way to Beach Boulevard to Grove Park, and then Grove Park.
How long does that usually take you?
Depending on traffic, obviously. It's trap. I think it usually takes about 25 minutes or so.
Okay. What happened to your neck?
We see a very sharp and very sudden switch. The suspect is taken from feeling assured to once again feeling threatened. It's believed that when the immediate shift from one emotion to the next is so extreme, a suspect can become disoriented, and their ability to think critically can be affected. In other words, it's much harder for them to think up lies on the spot or fabricate emotion in a convincing manner.
That was self-inflicted, actually.
After a long, nervous breath, he takes 3 seconds to respond, yet somewhat saves himself with the answer. The fact he stated his injuries were self-inflicted could give reason for the nervous breath and his hesitation to respond, as self-harm is a taboo subject, and some might be embarrassed or even ashamed to admit to it. The detective recognizes this and immediately puts him back on the
This
spot.
must be where she
What?
comes to get water.
I just
You
said
come
that
here
I've
for
got
water
more
every
time.
day, don't you? 'Cause you
Yeah, I couldn't.
The first interjection from the female detective. She alludes to the fact that the neck is an unusual place for a self-inflicted injury, essentially stating that she's not buying it, but also refrains from
Smart
applying
girl.
too much pressure,
Stay out
which
of
is
the
being
street.
saved for a more
Only come out
pivotal
at
moment
night.
at a later
Freaks her
stage.
out, but she
Yeah, I
ain't hard
did.
to see.
And
What did you use?
a knife.
You fucking rippers, none of you are getting out of
Cut
here
your
alive.
neck with a knife.
Some time in July.
Hell yeah.
You
Sorry.
did that in July. That's still
Spread out, look around.
Yeah.
bloody.
There's a girl
Well,
here somewhere.
I kind of.
Dude, what was that Old Spice thing in the middle of him talking?
If you put exclamation swagger, it pops up.
In the nervous breath, he takes 3 seconds to respond, yet somewhat saves himself with the answer. The fact he stated his injuries were self-inflicted could give reason for the nervous breath and his hesitation to respond, as self-harm is a taboo subject, and some might be embarrassed or even ashamed to admit to it. The detective recognizes this and immediately puts him back on the spot.
Why? I just have been having kind of a hard.
But also refrains from applying too much pressure, which is being stated by more.
Yeah, I did. And
What did you use?
a knife.
Cut your neck with a knife.
Some time in July.
You did that in July. That's still
Yeah.
bloody.
It's, I kind of.
Dude, what was that Old Spice thing in the middle of him talking?
If you put exclamation swagger, it pops up.
Okay.
Feel the gap here and there at work, hitting and stuff like that. I feel it last night working.
Probably not the best advertisement for the Bonefish Grill if their head chefs are peeling their scabs off at work. But then again, the wounds are more than likely a fresh injury from struggling with Savannah, and they can't be peeled off at all.
And this coming off a little bit tonight, so I could. But this and this was the same night. This one was just a lot worse.
Yeah.
And this one was.
And that was in July?
Yeah.
Like a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Okay. When she's in the car, what does she say to you about what her plans are? So she's scheduled to work that night. So she's going to work?
She didn't talk about. I mean, I assumed she was going to work. She was in her uniform. But she didn't say. When she got out of the car, she didn't say anything after she got out of the car.
They further reinforce his confidence by going back to his narrative of the truck and allow him to convey the story in more meticulous detail. They are once again giving him a false sense of security, only to use it against him at the opportune moment.
When she gets in that truck, let's be honest, we won't even call her she, Savannah. Okay? Savannah, again, with this picture,
Fire
we're
is
using it in the same place.
used
They-
exclusively
where
for
the drawing was. They drove over
them.
here. You're here, and they drive out over here. Do they stop? Does she get out and go into work? Does the keep going?
I didn't see once they turned the corner past the ATM. Once she got in and they left, I left because I just.
You run into them on the road anywhere?
No.
Okay. She call you later on or text you later on?
Savannah?
No other contact with her?
No.
So where's Savannah?
I don't know.
Where would I find her?
I don't know.
This is a far more aggressive confrontation. It's essentially an accusation that the suspect is involved in Savannah's disappearance. Innocent subjects will usually reciprocate this aggression and respond to this type of question with a question of their own, such as, "Why are you asking me that?" Or, "What are you trying to say?" They would openly recognize and refute the allegation, most often in a forceful manner. Lee had no emotional response whatsoever, nor an ounce of shock. He answered the question with a composed demeanor, almost as if he knew it was coming. It lets the detectives know he was anticipating some type of blunt confrontation.
That's my prime objective is to find her. But I think time's running out. I want to find her. I need to find her. And here's a couple reasons I need to find her. One is I'm hoping that she's still alive. And that's really, I really do, I'm holding out for that. And if she's not alive, then I think she and her family are due that knowledge. I think I think they need some closure.
Berserker?
Because I think the reality is if somebody's, dead somewhere, a parent would want to know. I think if you have kids, okay, so if one day when you have kids, the uncertainty is whatever kind of a person she is. I'm not about to say what kind of person she is, because I'm not making any judgments. I'm saying that this human being is, if she's alive, then I want to find her. I need to make sure she's okay, because several days now she hasn't been around. Things happen to the human body, and people can't stand a lot of things that can transpire. But the other thing is, if she's not, this family deserves better than this. This family deserves better than somebody who works with her and who's got knowledge and won't tell the police because they're worried about their own ass. Because that's cheap. I'm gonna be honest with you. And your feelings in it, I don't really care about your feelings. What I care about is finding her. So where is she? Where is Savannah? I need to know where Savannah is. I don't know where she is. You don't know because you had something done with her and you weren't involved in that part? I don't know. Tell me something. What can I work with? I told you the last time we saw her. That's not true because we have proof.
This moment would have been rehearsed multiple times before the interrogation started. The investigators would have planned who would reveal the surveillance to the suspect, and at roughly what moment. The suspect had been confronted multiple times, and the situation was now fully transparent, yet he continued to maintain his innocence by clinging on to his narrative. It becomes evident that he isn't going to budge, so the female detective takes the initiative. She reveals their final and most substantial piece of evidence for the purpose of maximizing the pressure.
We have proof. And that's why we're sitting here. At this point, we need this for her. I mean, I look at that little girl and I think of Michael. My little girl who's her age. Guess what? That was my little girl. I don't care what she said about you or whatever, but my little girl was that age.
Maybe.
And you're not telling the truth.
Maybe somebody's got to get in the car. You didn't do it.
Okay, you didn't do anything, but she was in your car. She never got out of the car. She never got out of the car. Please?
We're not saying you did anything. I'm saying find her. I didn't say you did anything.
Well, we can prove that you left with her in the car. So please, do everybody a favor. Just tell us.
Where's she? You've got to be able to separate. We're not sitting here saying you did anything to her. I don't know if she's on drugs. Maybe she passed. I don't know. I'm not in that car with you guys. I know that she did. That's proof of all this.
Tell us now if you're being honest, Dan. Are you being honest? Let's start being honest. She never got out of your leave. She never got out of your back seat. Video cameras don't lie.
Lee.
How do you know? How do you think I know this information, Lee? I wasn't there. But a video camera caught it.
Oh my God, Spider. What happened? Was it an overdose? Is that what happened? I don't know. I'm not in the car with her. You just said she was in your car and she admitted that heroin.
This is a cross between the how and why.
Nope, I don't know what it's going to do. It might do something completely different.
Getting one foot in the door, which will then become the new foundation for the case. The how and why solution essentially blames the victim, while at the same time minimizes the motivations behind the crime. The alternative question plants a seed in the suspect's mind, where they are given an alternative and far more morally accepting choice of what happened. It's a smart move, yet the suspect doesn't fall for it on this occasion.
Obviously, it was all the time. Is that what happens? Does she overdose?
Smells. You left with her in the car.
Take 4 shots.
We can't make up
Like,
now.
this is what I'm talking about, bro.
Falsify a video camera. I'm not lying to you because you know I'm telling the truth. Because you know That's what's on the video. How else would I know that? I don't, unless I have the video. Where did you go with her?
I didn't go anywhere.
You did. You did. So, did you have cameras on?
I don't know this. I mean,
Well, I'm telling you.
The surveillance footage was no doubt incriminating evidence, yet wouldn't close out a case on its own that instant. The investigators needed confession and continued to apply pressure in a relentless manner. They attacked the suspect's character while simultaneously appealing to his sense of morality.
I'm telling you, I'm not making that up. That's what's so interesting about this. I know this is you kids. But damn it, is she someone's kid? Or sacrifice we have to make it personal against you? No.
come on. I mean,
You're a special line generation. No. Where did you go with her? Where did you go with her? Be a human. You're a human. You're a man. Where did you go with her? No, you're not that cool. Seriously. Where did you go with her?
maybe you don't know where she is. Where did you
Please. Please.
Stop it off.
Please tell us. Please don't make us waste any more of our time. Just tell us.
God. No way he folds. He's not gonna fold. He's denied
I'm
it too
begging you.
much.
No, you're not evil. Just tell us where she is. I'm begging you. Please.
Dude,
Please.
he's not gonna say it.
Can you please just tell me?
He murdered her. You think he's just gonna be like, yeah, kill her?
Can you-
Please tell us that.
Please tell us that part. Where did you go with her afterwards? She didn't get back to your car, and you know that, obviously, because I know that.
That's why I'm including for here. Just tell us where. Where did you go? Tell us that. At least point us in that direction. I owe her family. We've been, no one, we're not saying anything that you intentionally didn't do. Just tell us where you went.
When y'all left out of there, you went down Clear Lane, you made a left from San Jose back to 295, and you get up on 295. Okay. Where else did you go before you went home? I mean, I know you eventually went to Prime
I
Day.
invited you straight home.
Okay, so what did y'all do when you got home? Savannah was with you. She was with you. And it's okay at that point, but I don't even know what, where does she go from there? Is she still at your house?
No.
And is she still in your car?
No.
Okay. Where is she?
Fuck, where should we do this?
Okay, where did you last drop her off then?
I didn't drop her.
Okay, where did you
Where's she at?
I mean, that's my house.
Blast.
Oh,
This is a breakthrough. The investigators have got Lee to amend his
Oh,
story
my
once
God.
more by lowering the level of admission. And this shows that he can still be influenced. As stated earlier, they were trying to get one foot in the door, which they have now done. And this is their new platform
They've
to
now
build
done
on more
that.
damnatory elements.
Did some drugs. She went out for a little. And then she said that she was gonna catch up with me.
What's going on? What was the scene? Well, the door should be kicked open.
Now they're bound.
She kicked open that door 3 times, Lee. She kicked it. We saw it. Where's Savannah? You do know. Lee, we understand. Listen, we understand.
We're not trying to pin you from anything, man. I'm telling you.
She was.
This footage of the interrogation puts off at this exact moment. The state's attorney has been contacted by multiple sources to release the next segment, but has so far refused to do so. All we know is that Lee Rivardi admitted to killing Savannah Gold. The
What?
only information that is currently released is that
No way! Don't tell me this.
Sources to release the next segment, but has so far refused to do so. All we know is that Lee Rigardo admitted to killing Savannah Goldman. The only information that is currently released is that he proclaimed to have killed Savannah by breaking her head. He then took her back to his house where he burned the body in a self-made fire pit and then dumped her in a lake at the dead end of a secluded road. Savannah had injuries to over 75% of her body. The medical examiner was unable to pinpoint the exact cause of death. The only conclusion was that it was a violent homicide.
Oh my God.
The segment of admission was cut, yet the JSO released the footage that came just moments after. It shows a human being experiencing an emotional reckoning so overwhelming, while also trying to process the terrifying nature of his immediate situation.
Use this.
Could you live with yourself? Could you do that to anyone, man?
It's not gonna open.
Why would you do that?
It's not gonna open.
Why would you kill anybody? Help us a minute. In here.
The instant anguish over his decision to confess, combined with the looming prospect of what lays ahead, will have forged a unique emotional distress that very few will ever experience. It's a harrowing sight, and under different circumstances would be extremely difficult for most people to witness. Yet we are now couched within the context of events that led up to this moment, and this will make its observation far more tolerable, but by no means easy.
House is sealed up. How does she get in and out? Ladder. This is it. Come on. Just gotta set it here. All right, kid. Where are you hiding?
Can you stop?
Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you. Are you alone? Is there anyone else with you? Oh man. Is this your room? It's really great. Are these yours?
No.
Lisa.
That's mine. This one's for gymnastics. I should have won first place, but Missy King, she cheated.
Lisa. Lisa, you hear the gunshots outside? It's not safe here.
I was
Now,
at
if we...
school. And my mom called me and told me to come home right away and not stop. And they would be here waiting for me and we would leave together. And I got here and there was a note that said they left with some men. And I didn't know what to do. So I hid. I didn't know what to do.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Lisa, not far from here, there's a camp. And you really ought to let me take you there. There are people there. There are people, I know them. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a work camp, and to eat you have to work. Life is gonna be hard, but at least you ain't gonna starve.
No, my mom's coming here for me.
Okay, is this your mommy? Well, you said she didn't come home, right? So, maybe she's at the camp.
Mom is at the camp. She is. I know she is.
Okay. Stay close.
The men with the guns. Are they still out there?
No, we don't gotta worry about them.
Did you kill them?
They're gone.
Lots of sick people.
Stay behind me. Come on.
Oh, we shouldn't be out here.
Let's just stay behind me.
We should go. We shouldn't be out here.
Pretty sure there was a bear here.
Let's just stay behind me.
We shouldn't be out here.
Running from a couple, there's no point in doing that. I get to drive off right now, but I don't remember having to chase this motherfucker, bro. What?
Come on. Now, here's some credits. Come on, get on. We have to move.
I don't know about this.
Come on, kid. We gotta go.
Okay. Hey, what's your name?
Deacon. My name's Deacon. Lisa. Lisa, how did you live out here alone for all this time? We don't talk much.
My dad's a rock hound. He used to take me out here looking for thunder eggs.
Thunder eggs. What is...
They're rocks, but when you cut them open, they're really pretty inside.
Okay. That sounds great.
We used to go all over. Belknap Crater, the Lava Flow and Black Crater, everywhere. Do you think he's at the camp too?
I don't know, kid.
When this lady decided to get her pizza delivered, she came across a problem that she definitely wasn't expecting.
Okay, I can't make this up. I received the wrong order earlier. I received someone else's order that I'm not gonna eat. It's just me and the dog, okay?
She then called the pizza place to have her order re-delivered and even got a free gift card from them after hearing about her situation. But it doesn't stop there as she comes across the weirdest situation.
Really sweet. But then they send me my old order too, so it's like, you gave me my new order and my old order and someone else's order when it's just me and the dog.
Shit, someone's in the tunnel.
What?
Here, hop off.
What are we doing?
Listen to me. The gunshots that you heard, those were really bad men. Understand?
It's like who's having a conversation. It's like another person and stuff. This is kind of responding.
Yes.
Stay here, find some place to hide. Don't come out until I say so, okay?
Get him! Get him! Wow, someone's down! They're hit! Pull back! Move it back! I need cover and fire! Eat this, asshole!
Senator Tim Kaine
Lisa? Kid? Come on out, it's safe.
He's also increased childcare. Senator Kaine works tirelessly for our safety. Thank you, Senator Kaine, for your dedication to the families of the families.
Come on, hop on. Are you okay?
Yeah. I think I want to go home.
Nah, kid, the camp. You'll be safe there, you'll see.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Lisa, and I need you to think real hard. Did any of your neighbors, did they own any firearms? You know, like pistols, rifles, things like that?
No. Men came and took everything.
Men? Were they like the men in the tunnel, or did they wear uniforms like in the army?
Like the army. But they were really dirty, and they carried flags they made themselves. Deschutes County Militia, I think. I don't remember.
Did they have anyone with them? Women? Children?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Tommy would remember.
Tommy?
Tommy Strickland. My best friend. But he's gone. He left with his dad to hide.
Hide? I don't...
His dad built a fallout shelter and put all kinds of stuff in it. Maps, food, water, guns, you know. Stuff like that.
Okay, do you know where that is?
No. They wanted me to come with them, but I knew my mom and dad would come back for me.
That's what and then she gets fucking taken, dude. She gets fucking killed, like 5 foot. Like there's nothing.
All right,
she
this
can
is
do.
it. We're here, so just stay with
Like,
me.
that's why it's so fucked up, bro. So fucked up, man. And think about that. Think about any girl you're friends with, your girlfriend, your sister, anything. That kind of shit is scary as fuck, dude. That kind of shit is scary.
Especially in that case, bro, because it's like that girl,
Well, who
she
do we
didn't
have
she
here?
did nothing wrong.
Mrs. Tucker!
Oh my God. Lisa, honey. Oh, it's okay. You're safe now.
Mom and Dad, and everyone got sick,
You're not
and I didn't know
faking
what to
it.
do.
You're
And
just
men came, and people got sick, and
It's okay. You're safe now.
so sad, bro.
It's a miracle. It's a goddamn miracle. We were neighbors, weren't we, Lisa? I lived just down the block. I knew her parents.
Are they here, Mrs. Tucker?
Honey, you know the answer to that.
No. They're not here.
Let's go in. Get you cleaned up. Something to eat, and then I'll find a place for you to sleep. Take her in. Give her some food. Go see Alkai. I'll update your credits tonight.
Hey, listen. She's been through a lot. Can we just
Let me worry
take it
about
easy?
how I'm
No,
gonna...
listen to me, okay? Seriously, don't work her like you do everyone else.
Don't tell me how to run my camp. You want to move here? You want to help us run this? Then maybe you get some say. Don't get soft on me, Deke.
I know dudes, I don't want no fucking Marcio rifle. Kill him, you get more. It's true. I actually would put that on one of my favorite scary movie lists. Number one and number two. Number two more than the first. Yes, like I said, it's something I'm absolutely willing to do. Because it's something.
It's Albert.
Hmm.
It's Albert.
Ooh, still around.
It's apparently a GCS type of video, so let's see.
This is 18-year-old Aaron Lawson. On October
I
22nd,
can take it
2020, Aaron fired his handgun at 18-year-old Jennifer Brunson and her friend Allison DeJames. Both teenagers were hospitalized for their gunshot wounds, and Aaron was brought in for interrogation. Before the interview,
Who's shooting girls, bro? Who is shooting girls? If you're shooting a girl, you're a piece of...
begins. The detective removes Aaron's handcuffs and then leaves the door partly open, hoping to make him feel more relaxed. While the detective waits for his partner, he engages in small talk with the suspect.
What's your tattoo of? This is for my mom, and this is for my dad. Right here, it's actually my dad. She is still alive? Oh yeah. He just turned 49 actually a few years ago. Like 43 in 10 days. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know if that's a come on or what, but so once my partner gets here, I need some more water. You hungry or anything? No, hey, right before I met those people. So, well, again.